Welcome back to a wacky Wednesday. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure our table of contents is updated. I've already done that. So if you guys need to pause here and go ahead and do that, but I'm going to move on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have our page titled. Today we're going to work on lesson 1-3 and it's going to cover the thousandths place. Our essential question is how are fractions related to decimals? You have already learned to express amounts in tenths, hundredths, using fractions and decimals. Today you will learn how to express amounts in thousandths using fractions and decimals. Because sports times are so close, races are often timed at thousandths of seconds. What are other real-world situations in which thousandths are used? You guys can think about that. If you think about something there in the class, come up and talk to me about it. Right now would be a good time to pause the video, and I would just get caught up to write in the first two examples, and then we'll go over those, and then you can pause again. Okay, so for example 1, we have 3 thousandths written in decimal form, and the directions are right. Each decimal is a fraction or a mixed number. So what I always do when I work with decimals is I always say or read what I'm seeing. So I don't say 0.003. I look at that and I say 3 thousandths. So that would give me 3 over 1,000. As long as you're always reading the decimal properly, they're usually really easy to turn into fraction form. For our second example, we're going to have a mixed number. The reason I know we're going to have a mixed number is because we have a number to the left of the decimal, and that is 7. So 7 is going to be my whole number. Then if I read this decimal, 7 and 1,000th, I will have 1 over 1,000. The other thing I can do is I can mark this place right here. I know that this is the ones. I know that this is the tenths, hundredths, so just like when we read a whole number like 245, we always go with the greatest amount, and that's the place value we use when we read the number 200. 100 would be our place value in 245. When we read a decimal, we always go with the least amount. So the least amount is thousandth. So it's 7 and 1,000th. And then we just write our whole number and our fraction, and that gives us a mixed number. So if you guys need to pause right now to get caught up, this would be a good time, and then we'll go over number 29. So for number 29, the question asks us, write the fractions 99 hundredths and 999 thousandths as decimals. How are the values of the digits 9 related in each of the decimals? So the first thing it's asking us to do is write the decimals. So I know 99 hundredths is 0.99, and that gives me 99 hundredths. Then I know that 99 thousandths is 0.999. Because if I look just like up here, I have my tens, hundredths, thousandths place, tens, hundredths, thousandths place. So then I need to ask what's the second part of this question, because this question asks us to do two things. So we wrote the decimals. How are the values of the digits 9 related in each of the decimals? Well, I'm always going to try to repeat the question when I answer the question. In each decimal, the digit. Remember 9 is a digit. The digit 9 and the place value. So we could have multiple answers for this, but a sample answer is, in each decimal, the digit 9 in the place farthest to the right is 1/10 the value of 9 to its left. And if we look up here, we can look at our quick little place value chart we made. If a digit is in a thousandths place, it's 1/10 the value of a hundredth. If it's in the 10th place, it's 1/10 the value of the 10th place. The 10th place is 1/10 the value of a ones place. Just like the ones place is 1/10 the value of the tens place. And if we went the other way, it would be the tens place is 10 times the hundredths place 10 times greater than the tens place. Tens place 10 times greater than the ones place. Ones place 10 times greater than a tenths place. So if we're going from greater, it's 10 times. If we're going furthest to the right, it's 1/10. And that's what my answer says. And then when you guys get done with your notes, you need to work on guided practice. On page 12, you need to do 2 through 10 even. That means we're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then you need to have me check your work. After I check your work, you'll find independent practice in the team chat where you found this video. All right, have a great day.